Taco Tuesday. What's up, Alex? Bro, made a mistake and I can't do nothing but laugh at myself. What'd you do? Today we pump. We'll see. We shall see. What's up, Aaron? Longing NQ. If you're long, should have done it a little while ago. Nice little 133-point pump there. A bunch of orders stacked at this 24,950 level that I have marked out here. This sucks, man. About that time, boys. NQ shorts today, potentially. That was last night. I was talking to somebody. I felt like today would be a potential day that we would dump, but hopefully this pre-market pump here is not the main event of the morning. Do you have 10K months, bro? I have. Yeah, I had 106K month in November. Might be the main event of the day. I hope not, man. I think we're getting ready to absorb these orders at 950 here. Rejected off these 40s before. We're at 48 right there. I think as soon as it hits those, it might create some momentum. I think you're the main event. I appreciate that, man. 49. Just doesn't want that 50. It's teasing it. Pull back off the 49. Need to treat trading like a business. That's how you got to do it, man. So why not this as your main source of income? Who said it wasn't? When market pumps like this during London, what do you look for? Unfortunately, from my experience, man, when it pumps like this during London, more often than not, it leads to a pretty boring New York AM session. But I'm hoping that today's the difference. We got FOMC tomorrow, and I think there's a lot of hesitation right now on a lot of people's part. There's so many different things going on. You got FOMC tomorrow. You got the stuff going on in the Middle East right now. I think that people are anticipating that to ramp up, actually. So there's no telling what today's going to look like. Just be patient. Gold sell for more signals, drum high. Dude, come on. It would have been a trade to get my demo move out over 6K profit. We're currently in a 1 hour FEG from last Thursday. We were pushing towards some gaps earlier that I had. We're in inversion, 1 hour inversion right now. Hasn't reached that gap above it yet. It's a 2 hour gap there, there's a 4 hour gap there. Tease of this 50 level and turned right around at 49. Oh, wear the attire too. I just like looking good, man. I don't like dressing like a slob. My girlfriend makes fun of me because we'll get dressed to go to Walmart, and she's like, "Why are you?" She's like, "Now I got to go put something else on." It's like, no. Do we change to June? Yes. Yes, you should go ahead and switch over to MQM, ESM, MESM, or MNQM. Roll over to the new contract. There's more volume in it right now. I meant to put out a video on that earlier, but I was working on some other stuff. It looks like he's going to work after this. Nope, this is what I do, man. I don't have a boss. I am my boss. Need PJ trading day, pajama day. There's that 950 level. Push straight through it. I mean, I do wear like workout stuff sometimes, like a tank top or whatever you call them. Get on COD. Dude, where have you been? Holy crap. Living out there in Hawaii or something now? Went and got booed up. Probably had another kid living in Hawaii. And don't talk to anybody anymore. It's June, so the contract is M. You in a trade right now? No, I'm not in a trade. Waiting for the market to open. We got 13 minutes. What's Bookmap looking like? You're on COD every day? I haven't played COD in a long time. I'm waiting for them to actually put a good one out. Bookmap has really helped me with profitability. Yeah, it's huge, man. Leo, what's up, man? Jeff, what's up? Yeah, it has been a minute. I was actually thinking about you the other day. I was like, dang, he hadn't been in here in a while. Need to refresh. I can understand that, man. It's good to take a break sometimes. How you read this? Christian, you think GTA 6 comes out this year? Who knows, man? Do you have any videos on Bookmap and how to read it? I really don't. It's kind of hard to do. What I was doing there for a while, Jen, I was doing Saturday sessions where I would just kind of like show people. I'd replay data from the earlier in the week, and I would just kind of show people what I'm seeing and how I read it, how I interpret things. I think that's the most effective way to do it. It's kind of hard to make videos on it, but that's why you can't really find a whole lot of videos on it. Like it's kind of hard to do. Hugo, what's up, man? I shorted. Should I close the trade? I don't know what led you to short here. I mean, bullish order flow since 8 o'clock. How do I learn to read this? Trial. You just got to do it, man. It's one of those things where the more you do it, you get better at it. You understand it. I've been using it for over a year. I mean, year and a half now, probably. So just watching it. But if you're asking specifically how do you read it, these are liquidity levels that you're seeing on the chart right here. These are limit orders placed in the market. Market orders are coming in with these bubbles. These are volume bubbles. The bigger the bubbles, the more volume there is. And these flashing things are people putting orders in and pulling them out, putting orders in, pulling them out, changing their positions, trying to fish price in one direction or the other. They're probably already in a position, so they're trying to move price towards their levels, or they're trying to move it so they can get to a level where they can add in. I do watch VIX too, yeah. You trade full time? I do. Yeah, keep an eye on VIX too. This is VIX right here. It's at 22.74 right now. So that's pretty low. I mean, relatively. It's not too high. I would say it's moderate. So if they're both under and over the top, how do you choose? Well, you got to go with the trend for one. And two, when it's like this, one of the reasons I'm not in trade and haven't been in a trade is that's exactly the reason why. I want to see, I want bookmap to be clear. Yesterday and today have been not ideal for me utilizing bookmap. It hasn't been the cleanest movement. Like you saw just a second ago, where we teased this 50 level and then immediately rejected right off of it, where all the orders were stacked there at 950. On a regular day, price is just going to go right to that level and not hesitate. So you got to know that and know when to keep your powder dry and stay out of the market. What is VIX? It's volatility. It's the volatility rating based on what's it called? CBOE, which is the Chicago. It's something to do with options exchange, something like that. It's options volatility, basically. It's the fear rating, basically, how people are viewing the market currently. It went up to 20 Nifty in 50. It went up to like 27, I think, is what it closed at on. Was it Friday? So it was pretty high then. How do you deal with overtrading? You got to get sick and tired of getting your teeth kicked in, man. Once you learn that you actually make more money with more patience, it makes it easier. But you know, it's so tough to end on a loss. Your brain instinctively doesn't want to do that. It wants to keep trading until you see green, and then your brain is even more weird because when you get green, you're like, man, I'm on a roll. I don't need to stop now either. So you just got to, one of the ways you can do it is set a trade limit for yourself and utilize the lockout feature on Trade-Evade. If you're using Trade-Evade or whatever firm you're using, if it has a lockout feature, make sure you utilize that. Helps a lot. Hit the power button on your computer. I like that. You should be able to just go in replay mode without any downloads. Mine saves automatically. I don't know if that is a setting that I did somehow or what, but if you're talking about bookmap, you go. Mine saves all my sessions that I have bookmap open. It saves all the price action, so I can just go back and open it up and replay it. You trade full time? I do. There's Mikey back for more. Glutton for punishment. There you go, Jeff. The VIX tracks the market's expectations of volatility over the next 30 days based on options pricing on the S&P 500. Very good explanation. That's exactly right. Took the words right out of my mouth, Jeff. Thank you. Hella news tomorrow. Yeah, you got FOMC tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern. What are you trading? This is NASDAQ futures. What it do? Man, this playlist is fire this morning. Where are we shorting? How's this month been? Good. Good. We're up mid five figures. I think that's the right way to say that. We're at like 32,000 right now on the month. You listening to Fireball by Pitbull? No, I haven't heard this song before. Breathing by Ben Bomer. I don't know. It's like EDM song or house song or something. Nice to see you too, bro. Did you take any trades yesterday? No, I didn't. I don't sell a course, Mikey. Where do you see a course advertised? I don't sell a course. How often does it take you to get payouts? I'm not sure what you mean by that, but how often can I take payouts, or like how often do I take payouts? What do you mean by that? Depends on the firm. Tradeify, you can take daily with the accounts that I have. Take Profit Trader, you can take daily with the accounts. All their accounts are daily with Take Profit Trader. Apex is every 5 days. Just depends on the firm. They all have different rules, and some of the firms have accounts that you can select that individually those have different rules. I'm serious. Where are we shorting from? Hey, I get it. I get your thinking. I have no idea. The previous day highs up here. Price is acting like it's pushing towards that level. What up, JR? Looking for buy, bro, on the first pullback. I get that too. We got a big set of orders there at 2,500. I'll move this up now to 2,500. Big set of orders there. ES is kind of mixed both directions here on Bookmap. NQ has that big set of orders there at 2,500. Previous day high, there's a set of orders there. So we'll see. How can we learn how to trade? I don't suggest trading like me. I mean, you got to develop your own style, man. I mean, that's one of the things about trading. You can learn general strategies that other people use, but once you start to kind of tailor trading to what fits your personality and your style, for you to be able to mitigate risk, it's all about playing defense. So it takes, what I recommend for people to do to get started is to spend a lot of time on YouTube learning exactly what's going on, get a really good understanding of what this is, and then paper trade, which is very minimal cost. The only cost that's associated with that is just paying for the live data to be able to do it effectively. Spend a really good amount of time doing that. It's going to save you money in the long run. Once you feel like you've developed a strategy that's effective, that you're seeing good results consistently with, then I recommend getting a very cheap prop firm evaluation and work on passing that. And then once you pass it, work on taking a payout. Once you take a payout, take the money from the payout, roll it over into another account. You can stack multiple prop firm accounts. Some firms limit you to 5, some limit you at 20, some limit you at 3. But the goal is to reach max allocation with each firm. Just milk the heck out of them. And once you've done that for 9 to 12 months, then I recommend switching over to a personal capital account. Just swept that 2,500 level. Are you a former hedge fund? No. Yeah, 2,500 point of control. I think we just tapped into CE of that 4-hour inversion. It acts like it just wants to pump. Previous day high is the next draw here. Passed the combine yesterday gambling. The reason I don't recommend doing that is because passing the eval isn't, it's an achievement, but it's not the goal. Like taking money out of the market's the goal, or money out of the prop firm. So what I would recommend doing, since you did gamble to pass that, is severely lower your sizing and take it slow and easy. Limit your trades that you take per day. Stop trading after X number of trades, whatever that is for you. I don't recommend more than like 3 or 4 at most. And just take it slow and easy. Don't look for home runs. Don't look for these big, $500, $1,000, $2,000 days. Just take a couple $100, journal what you did that worked. If it didn't work, journal that as well. Keep it moving. What pair? This isn't Forex. This is NASDAQ futures. How's Bookmap looking? It's mixed right now on NQ and ES. That 2,500 level was the big stack of liquidity there. A bunch of orders got absorbed. Now you got orders at 24,995 down to 24,970s-ish. But you also have orders up higher into the 30s, 25,030 area, where previous day high is. I don't look for money amount, Archie. I look for just solid execution and following my rules. I don't even think about dollars. I don't think about percentages. I just aim for following rules, sticking to a plan, and executing. I try not to even think about dollars or percentages, which is the same thing basically. Tough to catch a rocket after liftoff. Hopefully we see it sell off a bit. Yeah, this has been a hell of a pump this morning, man. 8 minutes till market open now. 200 points, basically. You're on the wrong contract, Jose. You need to switch over to NQM. We're rolling over. Is that a green screen or is this camera just 4K? Believe it or not, it's not a green screen. I don't know why some people think that. It's my apartment. And my camera, I have a DSLR Sony camera, so try to give you guys a 4K image of all my facial imperfections. Did you stop trading if God tells you to? Absolutely. You do what God tells you, man. Time to make money. There you go. 4K image of Lazarus. I think I just accidentally blocked somebody. I didn't mean to. Whatever. Don't let him lie, guys. I've seen him in person and he's a stud. Coming from you, bro. Mr. 6'6", chiseled, Zeus beard. What PC do you have? I built one. I don't remember how much it was all in. I built it though. Custom built. Dad bod. Yeah, okay. We looking for longs today? I'm not sure yet. I mean, clearly it's pumping hard. We'll see when the market opens. We got 5 minutes. In 3, 2, 1, 5 minutes from right now. Specs, 32 gigs RAM, 4090 GPU, 4 terabyte of SSD, 1200 watt PSU, and an i9, I forgot which i9 processor I have. I have i9 Intel processor. All tax write-off. Yeah. I actually built this like 5 years ago, 4 years ago, something like that, right around the time I first started. Man, this is just pumping. I think it's going to just skyrocket to that previous day high, maybe even New York AM high. You have a YouTube? I do. How do I start? YouTube. Best place to start, man. Change contracts. Yeah, Matthew. Roll over to NQM, ESM, or NESM. The M is the contract you want for June. What's up, Nissy? June contract. Yep, Santi. Yep. M is the contract code. What's up, man? I don't know if that rolls over automatically or not, Caleb. I'm not really sure. Nix, it's the same user name, ChristianTrades Live. You're on the wrong contract, probably, Evan. Make sure you're on NQM, not NQH. I knew I should have posted a video on that this morning. Won't show up on TradeC. Not sure about that. I haven't really, I've barely messed around with TradeC on paper. I haven't really messed with it a whole lot. I trade one mini. I'm not sure, Evan. I'm not sure if that updates it or not. Just to be sure, just go to your thing and search NQ and then hit the drop down menu, and then select M 2026. Did you recently start using Bookmap? No, I've had it, been learning it and starting to trust it more over the past year and a half. Because they were bars. Yeah, you got to fix that. I don't know why it does that sometimes. Worth noting, if using TradingView and looking at the continuous contract, it's important to select the B-ADJ button on the bottom right. I'll say that again because I'm not sure what that is because I don't use the continuous contract. But Jeff says if you're using TradingView and looking at the continuous contract, which is in Q1 or whatever, right, Jeff? Select B-ADJ button on the bottom right. It just started today, Evan. It just rolled over today. I mean, it doesn't technically roll over until Friday, but or Thursday, I think, Thursday or Friday. But all the volumes already come. There's more volume over here in this contract now. Do you only trade IFEG? No, I trade heavily rely on Bookmap. I appreciate that, Jeff. SMT on the 1 hour. Yeah, yesterday was not ideal, especially for me. All right, 5 seconds till market open here. Let's see what happens. Good luck, everybody. Be patient today. Don't blow any accounts. Did the exact opposite of what I thought it was going to do. This is NQ, NASDAQ futures. previous day high. It wants it. There it is. Seeing what I won. Interesting to see what happens here after this sweep of the previous day. $400 profit. There you go, credit. Can you see 24,920? No, I'm going to leave my book map the way that it is for just a second. EQ and ES, yeah. New York AM high. Dude, I wish I could have this music playing for you guys right now. There's some funk going on over here. I gotta add this. What is this? Say to Me by WHTKD. Never heard of it. Walking on a Dream, that's a good one. Sing it for us. This is like an EDM song or something. There's not a whole lot of singing. I appreciate that credit. My girl trades too, man. She's in the Discord, so if your girl wants to join the Discord and is looking for other female traders to bounce ideas off of, I feel like that's a really hard. This is a very male-dominated space, so I feel like it's kind of intimidating for some girls to get into, or to even if they're into it, like to speak up and ask questions or something. Yeah, it's it's kind of funky, Jeff. I don't know, man. I got a very wide-ranging taste in music. It's kind of interesting. Where's she at? She's in a job interview at the moment. She just started trading. She actually just got her PhD just on this past Friday. Just finished that process, defended her dissertation, got approved unconditionally. So she is a doctor now officially. Tons of liquidity down back into the 20s, 25.020 area. So I'm not fully convinced that we're not going to retrace slightly here to pick those orders up. Can't find M and Q on my book map. Weird. I just hit the plus button and search M and Q, and then the M pops up. M and Q, M pops up when I do it. I would show you, but whenever I click settings or anything, it doesn't show on the stream. It's strange. Yeah, very proud of her. M and Q M 26. M is the new contract that we just rolled into. It reset. Close all the BS, Matthew. And then at the top left, hit the plus button. And then you'll see accounts on the bottom right of the drop down that pops up when you hit the plus button. Drag that accounts to the bottom of the screen. And then once that's there, go down to the very bottom right, you'll see a view settings button. It's like a gear icon. And then hit select columns once you click that. And the 4 things that I keep on the right side of that visible are cash, dollar open P&L, dollar total P&L, and DIST drawdown net lick. A lot of those orders down there in the 20s just completely got yanked. My book map is not lagging, no. You doing this full time? Yeah. This is an NQ, Michael. Man, I'm seeing a lot of people get banned from firms for trading accounts on stream and having people copy trade them. Anybody else seeing that? A couple of firms that I won't name and a couple of people I won't name, but that's kind of concerning. You would think that they would want that because it gives them more visibility, but I guess if everyone's copy trading and everybody's winning, they're losing money with that, I guess. Want to see bookmap? Apex sent me a hate email yesterday. I like Apex, man. I've never had an issue with them. I've had 2 payouts denied, I think, but I knew they were going to be denied because I broke the MAE rule before they changed things. I've taken 1 max payout with them, and then the rest were just, 2K here, 10K here. I've never had them give me a problem. And that was even before I was working with them. So I don't know. I hear people all the time saying that they have issues with them, but I have never once had an issue with them. What are you looking at? This is called Bookmap. This is level 2 data software that shows you where orders are stacked up in the market and the aggression in which orders are being placed. So these volume bubbles are where the aggression in the orders are being placed currently. The bigger they are, the more volume. And these levels that it's absorbing, these are limit orders that people have in the market right now. So theoretically, this is, prices generally attracted to liquidity, as we all know. So theoretically, these brighter colors are where price wants to go. Now, it doesn't always work like that. Like yesterday, it was completely off. But when price is behaving normally and things are good, you can really clean up and make some money with this in your tool belt. Have I heard of Addis? Have not. We can't lose you. Big order up here at 76. Which is basically just the tip of this swing. I'm going to clean this chart up a little bit. Previous day high got swept. New York AM got swept. Now this is the next big line of orders right here. Asia got swept, obviously. You take trades on the ES? I do, but not this year. I haven't taken that many. I feel like supply and demand plus bookmap is a cheat code. I think any strategy plus bookmap is a cheat code. Can I fix the bookmap? I zoomed out. What you mean? You want it like this? That better? Mac, what's up, man? I didn't switch recently. I've always traded NQ. I traded ES a little bit more towards the end of the year last year because I felt like it was just cleaner price action. I was seeing the setups cleaner on ES towards the end of the year last year. ICT plus bookmap. Yeah. I mean, dude, I think that any strategy you trade combining it with bookmap is like, bookmap in general, I feel like is a must-have. I think anybody who's used it long enough will tell you that I don't know how I traded without it. Verse of the day. We got two verses. One, as soon as you said that, Everett, as soon as you said that, literally, see it says now. I don't know how clear that is. It literally popped up on my phone. It's strange. So the first one is Proverbs 3, 5-6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make straight your paths. And then this one is one that I read earlier. Psalms 23, 1-3. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not be in want. He makes me lie down in green pastures, and he leads me beside quiet waters. He restores my soul. For his name's sake. Amen to that. I do not trade YM, no. Did you take a trade today? Not yet. Not yet. Should I get global or global plus? Global plus is what you want. Marco, global plus is what you want. Your vest matches your chair. I know. That's why I try to avoid wearing gray when I'm either streaming or making videos because it like messes the camera up sometimes. It's weird. Our mentor is worth it. I think that in terms of learning strategy, like actual market analysis, you can learn the majority of that for free. The place where I think mentors are worth it is when it comes to psychology. And I will say that PJ Trades, that's what he helped me with the most by being in his Discord when I was in there, was learning the discipline and the psychological approach to the market. Look at that, just a quick little jib up there on Bookmap just to take those orders. The psychological discipline that it takes. So I think that if you can find a guy who's disciplined, who's not just YOLO in trades and being stupid, who approaches the market with a sense of professionalism and can help you by example in that aspect of your trading, that is somebody who I would definitely consider spending some money on. But when it comes just to general trading strategy of ICT or supply and demand or trend lines or whatever it is that you want to trade, I don't think it's worth paying. You can learn all that for free. Big orders here at 100, getting ready to get taken. Boom. So this is just moving here. This is just pumping. Billy the Car Kid. I'll check him out. Are we headed towards London High here? Do you recommend Bookmap? Absolutely. Absolutely, man. Bookmap is clutch. There you go, credit. I'm not sure. Marco, do you remember what Global Plus have? Yeah, I was talking with somebody about that. I've said this so many times. I need to look back into this. But when I was first getting into Bookmap, which was like a year and a half ago, there was I bought Global initially, and then there was a limitation that I was like, damn, I have to have Global Plus. So I can't remember exactly what it was. Anyone who's bought it recently can probably tell you. But there was a reason why. You know, I can't remember exactly why. But definitely Global Plus. Is there a free cheap version? I think there's a live stream that I've heard about on the if I use other platforms' names, they like shadow ban this or they give me a warning. But it's on the tube. There's a free one that shows ES, I think, constantly. I'm not sure if it's delayed or what. What is the market yesterday? Of NQ and ES? Okay. Mine's showing all the time over there. I mean, when I'm live. 2-second delay, that's not bad at all. It's definitely worth it. Why wouldn't you sell here? Because of this. We have nothing but bullish order flow so far. And we have Bookmap telling us that there's a bunch of orders above us, which typically attracts price. So we might get these little pullbacks to retrace some of this lowered liquidity. But ultimately, I think we still go higher. I think you need to update your chart. No, NQH6 is the old contract, Ryan. You need NQM6. NQM6 is the contract we just rolled to. Opens the craziest chart I've ever seen. It's called Bookmap. It's level 2 data software. This is a software. It's not an indicator. It's a software called Bookmap. But to answer your question about a short, very well could play out, but just I don't see, it's like not having confirmation or seeing confirmation in the other direction. It just wouldn't be wise to just blindly take a short with what I'm seeing currently. What I'd want to see is potentially these orders get absorbed or yanked out of the market, and then more heavy liquidity stack up underneath us here in order to justify getting into a short. What level is the upper red? The very high one up here that you're looking at is at 25,150. Have you tried any other level 2 data softwares besides Bookmap? I have not. TradeC doesn't have new cons. It's weird. I wonder if it updates automatically. Is price the same as what you're seeing on the new contract here? Like, are you at 25,100 basically on TradeC? How can I obtain this offer? Go to bookmap.com. You just had a stack of orders get yanked at 25,113, but there's still a stack at 25,115. You got more orders stacking up to the downside now. Another one just got put in at 25,100 above us. 72 sell orders. So you're starting to see a build up to a potential short, but I still don't trust it. It could just be a retrace. It updates automatically on TradeC. Okay. More orders just got yanked above and more orders stacking below. See, this is how it just changed on Bookmap. So you can see that order book shifted. Trade C lags. I haven't used it really that much. I've paper traded on it a couple times. Computer isn't strong enough. How much does it cost to get Bookmap? All in, it's about a little over 100 a month. So it's about, I can't remember, it's like 70 something for the Global Plus and then 35 for the data, something like that. It adds up to be a little over 100 a month, however it's broken down. Is it worth it? Yeah, I mean, it helps me make a lot of money. Just because it flips like that, Kyle, I am not convinced. Like, as you see right now, we're pulling back up here. I want to see strong movement. I don't really care about top ticking or bottom ticking. I just need to get in and get 30 points or so. So I can wait until the move starts being made in one direction, wait for a little retrace, and then get in. What is LOH? London high. Rejection off London high, maybe. Could be. Got a bunch of orders. Look at how Bookmap just kind of changed its mood a little bit. So we'll stay patient here. I don't really use indicators, man. I use Bookmap. Do you ever use the volume pressure indicator on Bookmap? I haven't tried that, no. Started using Bookmap because of you, noticed an instant difference in my trading. It definitely helps. There you go, Xander. Yeah, I think it really does make a difference, man. Global Plus, Joseph. I know nothing about trading. Clavicular. Clav, is that you? YouTube, man. That's where all your starting point is, in YouTube. Plenty of information for free in there. Don't fall victim to people telling you to pay for their information. Most of what they're going to teach you is for free on YouTube. Four years, Joe. Roughly 4 years. In my fourth year is when I really started making money. Before then, the first year or two, I was bleeding money, and then basically was break even, and then finally, last year, really started making some money. Where's your green today? Is today St. Patty's Day? What time do you hop on the charts in the morning? I get up around 6. I mean, that's when I officially get out of bed, do my morning routine and everything, and then I usually open the charts around 8, 7:38. What changes could you have made to make that happen earlier? Good question. Definitely learn the psychological side of things and not hyper focus on strategy hopping and doing things like that. The majority of your success lies in your ability to master your psychology. You'll see people in here, if you stay long enough, giving me crap because they're like, oh, you never take trades. The majority of people trade too much, especially ones that you see on TikTok. People take too many trades. The ability to stay patient and not have to click the button is what's going to help you make more money in the long run, which is kind of antithetical to what you would think about trading, which is more trades equals more money. But that's just not the case. Learning to not click the button and knowing days to avoid altogether. Like yesterday, I didn't take a trade. Very glad I didn't. Those are some big things that really, ultimately, the psychology of trading is what's going to make or break your success. Why do you open the charts so early if you only need 15 minutes to review it? It's another good question. I like to watch Bookmap and see how it's behaving to see if it's absorbing levels or doing this thing where it rejects off of levels. I like to see the pattern in which price is behaving on Bookmap. The other thing is, if I see something between 8 or 8:30, I might even take it. I generally don't take trades pre-market, but I can't say I never do. Sometimes I'll take one if there's just a juicy setup. But I listen to the news while I'm watching the market. I check a bunch of different stocks and different things. I watch FinViz. I listen to Bloomberg. I listen to Maria Bartiromo. She's usually interviewing somebody interesting. So just to get acclimated. That's why I get on around then. The vest is nice. Appreciate it, man. It came from, what's the outdoor store? RSI or whatever. What's the outdoor store? REI. Came from an REI in Boise, Idaho, when I was out there for a hiking trip. You only use Bookmap and TradingView? Yes. REI gets expensive, yeah. They got a lot of cool stuff in there. Can you explain how Bookmap works? There's liquidity stacked up in the market, limit orders basically, levels. Price generally likes to go absorb those levels. So Bookmap shows you those levels, shows you the amount of orders at those levels, the concentration of orders. But these volume bubbles that you see, these are orders that are currently being placed at market and the volume at which there is at that level. So the bigger the bubble, the more volume. So this is NQ, this is ES. You see all these orders up above us on ES. So typically what you'll see is price will be moving very strongly in one direction. And what I would look for, you see how we have like a consolidation right here? If it was moving up towards those orders and there's a breakout that happens right here, I would look for a small pullback where price broke out. I would want to get in the trade and target those areas. I keep my stops just below this level right here. That's kind of how I would use it to take a trade. Use DOM. I mean, this is basically like a very advanced DOM. That's basically what Bookmap is. Potential breaker formation on ES 5 minute. Let's see. I see you. We got all those orders up there starting at 68.07 and going all the way up into the teens. So have you used Bookmap all 4 years? No, I started using it about 1.5 years ago and really relying on it over the past, like midway of last year. I've really started leaning heavily into it and trusting it to take trades. I use Apex. What's your opinion? I like them. I use them too. Bookmap.com is where you get it. Bookmap. Took an entry at 25.076.25, aiming for London high. Bottom ticking. I hope it plays out for you, man. I like your thinking. I just want to see the follow through right now. It's just kind of lulling lower. Price once again being scared of making any money. Yeah, talk sweet to it, man. Yes, Chris, I do wish I had started using it earlier, although I think if you start too soon with it, it can kind of overcomplicate things. But I definitely think at some point it is very beneficial to throw it into the mix, to add it into your tool belt. When's London high? If you're asking for the exact level, it's 25,140.75. Now, again, I've said this before and I'll say it again. Some people do London session from 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. I don't do that. So this was at 7:30 a.m. last Thursday. So that might not be a level that you have on your chart. Just depends how you set your times. To me, it doesn't make sense to cut London off at 5 a.m. when it runs until noon Eastern time. I cut it off at 8 a.m. when I start my New York AM session. Oh, my sweet little price. Just tap the 15-minute, tap it in. A lot of orders down into the 60s now here. Below us. Yeah. Pushing down to those 60s. That short or that long to London might need to hold off on that for a second. We'll see how this reacts here. Tapping into this 15-minute inversion. Why is it? What I always get this notification. We have detected inactivity during your live. Complete the verification. I'm sitting here talking. Just tapped barely into that 15. Still some orders down below, but we'll see if we get a rejection here. You got orders stacked from 25.051 all the way down to 25.027. So I don't know if this will create enough support here for us to go back up, or if it's going to want to take those orders first. You're camouflaged at the chair. You looking for sells or buys? Not sure yet. Waiting to see how price behaves. Man, we're so close to 20,000 followers. What are we at right now? We're at 19K. Just hit 19. Appreciate that, guys. Appreciate all those follows. We're 1,000 shy of 20K. So, man, I took a winning trade on my paper instead of my eval. It happens. Hit stop loss, yeah. I liked your thinking there. I get what you were doing there, Eden, but just didn't get the follow through on it. Watch it go up there now, right after stopping you out. I can unfollow and refollow if that helps. Appreciate the effort, man. Might come back tomorrow. I usually trade liquidity sweeps, IFEGs, but nothing going on. Yeah, if you're not seeing what you normally trade, man, don't force anything. Take the day off and come back tomorrow. FOMC tomorrow. It's a good way to. It's a good disciplined approach, man. I like that. How's ES on Bookmap looking? There's orders above. There's orders above on ES and below on NQ. Bunch of orders got yanked up there in the teens on ES, but there's still some stacks of orders. So no, not really sure what it wants to do here. What do you think about the 1 second time frame? Full TP after stopping out by a point would be kind of funny. I took those shorts on 5 lucid evals to the point of control, 1K times 5. There you go, man. That's a solid day. Trying to pass these evals and run them up to 5, then run up my 5 trade to 5 fundeds together. I don't blame you, man. Yeah, stack those fundeds. Typically wait until it gets to the red zone. No, I like to see it headed towards the red zone for a small, and then look for a retracement, and then get in targeting those red zones. But I want clear confirmation that that's where it's headed. One of those is on the wrong contract, so you need to be on ESM 2026. Remember when price was fun? I'm watching this 15-minute inversion here. That's what we got, this 15-minute inversion that we tapped into, and then the 15-minute gap below it. So very hesitant to short into that. You think they're both on the right one? One of them's got to be off if they're that desynced. I trade both, Mason, but mostly recently, I've been trading NQ. But if I see a solid trade on ES, I'll definitely take a trade on there. No, I use NQM 2026 for everything. I don't use NQ1. I think that's the continuous contract. I use NQM. OGK, what's up, man? What do you think about BTC? I haven't even really been keeping an eye on it, man, to be completely honest with you. I'm just letting it do its thing. Having a lot of success with the Lazarus model. Looks like it wants to go to these orders below us here into the 50s. We'll see if it does it. You feed him? Feed him Friday. Feed him on Fridays. I appreciate that, Sam. What's meal prep looking like this week? Same as it's been, man. Chicken and rice, eggs, a little bit of tuna in there, just to mix it up. Greek yogurt. Pushing there, pushing. Called that sell off real quick, didn't you? Hold on, hold on, hold on. It wants to. It feels like down there into the 30s, maybe. You can see the tiger hunting. Eyeballing, man, eyeballing. Definitely was thinking it. I don't like how it's just delivering into so much resist or support levels. That pullback right there was after we absorbed that order. There was a big order at 25.035 and immediately yanked back off of it. Look at that. Absorbed most of the liquidity there in the teens. There is a big stack of orders at 2,500 again. That's right where VWAP, basically right where VWAP is for if you're anchored at 6 p.m. from last night. VWAP might have just touched it. Oh, it's way down there for Bookmap. VWAP anchor from 6 p.m. last night is at 2,500. Yeah. Can't trade after a win. Yeah, I get it, man. Don't overdo it. More orders coming in down into the teens now. I think we might pull down to the VWAP here. Rejecting off of those 20s again. For some reason, it's not letting me sign into my broker here. It's telling me I have a concurrent session running, but I don't have anything open. Oh, there we go. There we go. There's the VWAP, almost edging it there at 2,500. Just absorbed it. I'm in longs. Don't recommend it. Not until you see clear signs, man. I'm in a short to the New York AM low. Up 22.90 off my first NQ trade. When do you tell it to take profit? What's it set to take profit to? Hit that VWAP and push right off of it. Beautiful rejection off the VWAP. Got anything below an ES? We're hitting VWAP on ES too. Pushed a little under. It's a little thin right now on ES on the book map. Just pumping back. I have mine anchored to 6 p.m. on my book map. What is this? Oh. Yeah, that 2,500 was nice. Nice rejection. One thing is for sure, Ballas, it will either go up or down. Entered at 25,020, stop loss down at 24,965. That's a wide stop. Anything above on book map? Yeah, there's orders above, man. That's a wide freaking stop. Up 40 points, yep. There we go. How big are the trades you usually aim for? I trade 1 mini, and I'm cool with like 25, 30 points. Anything above that's icing. My stops are generally like 10 or 15 points, so I want my TPs to be at least double that. It's generally the kind of sweet spot I look for. But that's why I try to get my entries on these like level. You'll see these levels, these shelves, these volume shelves on Bookmap. It's only Tuesday, Joseph. What's VWAP? VWAP, volume average weighted price. Volume weighted average price. That. How's the weather? Today it's beautiful, man. It's 35 degrees, but it's very sunny. We had a massive storm roll through here yesterday, dropped the temperature tremendously. We did not get snow. It was a very bad storm, just like a rainstorm. Yeah, it wasn't nearly as bad as I expected, Leo, but it was extremely windy, and a lot of lightning. The way they were talking about it, though, I thought it was going to be way worse than it was. North Carolina. What time frame do you use? I like to drop down to the 1 when I'm looking to get into a trade. Have not listened to the new J. Cole. Roofers love this type of weather. I bet they do. I saw somebody they put a post up. They were like, "We'll give you $1,000 for any new leads, roofing leads." I was like, "Dang, dude, they must be killing it. They're willing to offer that for a lead." Listen to Quick Stop whenever you get a chance. I'll listen to it. I use anchored VWAP on Bookmap. I anchor it to the 6 p.m. open, 6 p.m. Eastern time open. I mean, and the way that rejection we just had, like if you could see the Bookmap, I mean, it's spot on rejected right at that VWAP, right there at the 2,500. I got a buddy that does it too, Leo. They seem to do, if they're good at it and they can, get the logistics right, it seems like they do make a good amount of money. When I was working for a law firm doing mergers and acquisitions, we were doing a deal with a roofing company, and looking at their numbers was pretty interesting. I'm in a short. Am I cooked? I wouldn't say that. I don't know. Yeah. No, how much money in that? Got to be the owner. You see longs happening. There is a bunch of liquidity above us here on NQ. I mean, if it just starts taking off, I could definitely see that. But if for a little, you get 10% of every contract as a salesman. Dang, 10% is pretty nice. You just door to door, OGK? Is that what you do? telling you to contact broker. Go into, are you using Tradeovate? Like, is it a Tradeovate account? I'd go into Tradeovate and hit exit at market and cancel. See if that works. He's a welder now. I heard welders make really good money, especially those underwater welders, man. I've watched videos of that. That looks crazy. I couldn't do it. I'd be too claustrophobic. Hey, God bless you too, Evan. Appreciate you being here, man. I'm not in anything. Potentially want to get in on a long, but I don't like how this is just lulling around. I'm anticipating a potential dump, even though the book map doesn't show me that's what's going to happen. Whenever it lulls like this, I get a little antsy. What's up, man? My Russian brother. We're doing all right over here. Trying to rub a couple pennies together. Reaching the boring stage. Yesterday we had a strong move at 10:30 right after I got off. I didn't take it, but I watched it play out. How's life? Man, I cannot complain. I'm living the dream. I'm living the dream over here. Only thing I could wish for is it to warm up a little bit, but that's going to happen in due time. And I'm sure once it does, I'll be wishing for it to cool off. See, this is that move down that I was saying that I could see happening when it lulls like that. It's like it wants to move down. Yeah, I'm just waiting for clarity. I'm waiting for clarity. Man, this air blowing on me. No need for that. We're gonna cut that off. Can you explain the book map? Sure, I can. So let's see if ES has a little more. So see this big red line right here? You got 1,129 buy orders stacked right here at this red line. These lines that you see stacked, these colorful lines, those are liquidity levels. So the brighter the color, there's a scale in the top that you can't see, but the brighter the colors, the more liquidity there is at those levels. So price generally wants to go to those levels. Those are prices attracted to liquidity theoretically. So the way that you trade is if we get I'm not interested in this because we're kind of just consolidated in this area right here. But if we get a breakout in one direction and there's a clear draw in liquidity, you have a clear pile of liquidity higher or lower, wherever price is moving towards. What I would look for is a pullback to where either the breakout happened or where there was a retracement. And I'd want to take the trade targeting that major liquidity level. You're really patient, man. I'm learning to be patient. Yeah, it's very beneficial, dude. It's very beneficial. So that's how Bookmap works. That's ES that you're looking at right here. This is NQ, and you can see how above us on NQ, we have all this liquidity. You would think price wants to go higher here, but the way it's kind of lulling, that's one of the reasons I'm waiting for it to make a move. That's just how it looks. Starting to get a little action here. Just not a lot of movement at the moment. Typically, you'd see price just absorbing these levels when it's moving correctly. There's good absorption there. On the right side of the chart, it tells you whether they're sellers or buyers. But either way, it is liquidity that price is still attracted to. Thermal chart. Yeah. Get the thermal scope on. Do you really drive a Pinto? Yeah, man. Two-tone. No, JR, I don't drive a Pinto, man. Eden, that happens, dude. It happens. Patience. It's called Bookmap. Got totally smoked today and yesterday. Gave back all my profits from last week. I'm finding myself hesitating on entries almost every trade. Take a break, Kenny. Take a break, man. Little reset. Wait until after FOMC. Wait until Thursday or Friday. There's no rush, man. There's no rush. If you're in a little mental rut, if you will, there's nothing wrong with just taking a step back for a second, taking a couple days off. I think Bookmap is just beneficial regardless of what you trade, just to have it as an it can never hurt to have this information right here. You know, throw it into the mix of what you're using to determine your trading. Does CBD mean anything? Yeah, it does. You can see it in the bottom right. I don't know. Actually, you can't on yours. Let's see. I can pull it up here. You can see it's still kind of cut off on your screen. It's on the far right there. So right now CBD is positive 4,000. It's in the green 4,000. So hard to get everything like in view on TikTok because of the limited view that you guys have. Trading for 3 years. In those 3 years, you've only managed to pass 2 accounts with no payouts. Richard, I would say that you need to make sure you're journaling. You know, the harsh reality, and I don't mean this in a mean way, Richard, is that trading isn't for everybody. But I'm not saying that's you. I'm just saying that the reality is it isn't for everybody. But make sure you're doing the things that the people who have been successful recommend doing. Journaling is one of those things. Limiting the number of trades you take is another. Making sure that you're not oversizing, that's another thing. Psychology, in my opinion, psychology is 90% of finding success in trading, mastering your psychology. All right, Leo, have a good one, man. Stay safe. Got to take a nap for work tonight. Speaking my language, dude. I love a good afternoon nap. Or anytime nap. Have a good one, man. Don't work too hard. VWAP said 25.011. I think everybody takes that Forex plunge at first. I did the same thing, Richard. I blew a lot of money on Forex before I discovered futures. Not a whole lot of clear direction here on the book map. It's pretty thin. What's the difference between Forex and futures? Forex is foreign currency. You're trading currencies against each other. What's it looking like now? Still in short? I can't tell you, man. It's thin. How long you been trading? 5 years now. 5 years in January. I went and looked. $5 in a month? Heck yeah, man, that's good. How much will you still be on the charts for today? What do you mean by that? Not sure what that question is. How long will I be on? I get off at 11. That's NQ. This is ES. It's a little thin. I appreciate all the follows and gifts and likes. I'm live every day at 9 a.m. until 11. So if you want to follow along, drop a follow. We'll be back. I'm on here for another 20 minutes or so, 18 minutes, and then I'm going to call it. Getting a little push here. It's still thin. It's still very thin. Is short a good idea? I can't tell you, man. I can't tell you. I'd be patient. This is kind of just lulling. Bookmap is a little unclear. Hey, man, good to see you. Thanks for the morning. Jeff, appreciate you being here, man. I appreciate the nice little tidbits of information you drop. You're the man. Hope you're doing well. Basically, any strategy can win as long as your mind is in the right place. I fully agree with that. I agree with that. Some are obviously more successful than others, but I think that overall you can find success if you can master psychology. There's a big Drake candle behind you. Don't turn around. That's funny. That sell-off going to London was great. Yeah. Yo, Wonk, what up? Trying to figure out what this is wanting to do. There's orders down in the 70s, but there's a big stack of orders up there at the 100 level. And I feel like it wants to pump up there. Hard to tell, though. Good morning. How was your prayer today? It was great, Logan. It was great, man. I've been feeling angry recently. I don't know why. So I've been praying about that a lot, to be more patient. I was actually in my gym yesterday here at my apartment, and it drives me crazy when people don't take care of things, man. And they don't put their weights back, and they just leave everything laying around and break things and then just leave them there. And I went in there and I was trying to do shoulders yesterday, and both the D-handle attachments were broken. The straps were snapped. And weights everywhere, all over the Smith machine, dumbbells all over the floor, yoga mats everywhere. I got so pissed, I had the D-handle in my hand, I chunked it towards the trash can, just out of frustration, smacked the TV and shattered it. So, I don't know why, I've been feeling a little more on edge recently, so I'm praying a lot about that. Trying to get a handle on that. Yeah, it was not intentional, and I felt really bad about it. I went and told the office about it. Yeah, not good. Just a split-second moment. I was throwing it at the trash can, and it just was throw it a little harder than I intended. But yeah, that's what I've been praying about, man. I've been really focused on that. You threw the treadmill at it. No, I didn't throw the treadmill at it. I'm looking at those same levels, JR. That big 25-100 stack of orders up there, but price just doesn't want to seem to break that. So we keep getting these strong pullbacks that make me very hesitant to get into a long. You are wild, dude. I just read your comment. You say the wildest stuff. Leave those birds alone, man. You leave those birds alone. I don't usually get that effect from it, though, Everett. I don't get that effect from it. Maybe that's part of it. I don't know. Maybe it's a new effect. I think mostly it's just coming from still just being, I mean, it sounds silly, but still feeling, another thing I'm praying about, feeling unsatisfied where I am. I feel like I'm not making progress as fast as I should be, even though I'm doing great, so just several different things praying about, trying to get a handle on. Leave those birds alone, man. Knew exactly who it was, didn't you, Kyle? Saying the wildest things. Leo, I posted 2 or 3 videos on how to do that. You might need to go, if you're in Tradeovate, go to the top right where it says Application Settings. Once you click that button, go to Add-ons and make sure that TradingView is activated. Up 757 today. Should I hop off? Yeah, I think that's a good day to call it right there, man. This is kind of just a little unpredictable, in my opinion, from here on out, unless something changes. It's activated. I don't know what the deal is then. Shouldn't have any issues. What firm is it? Yeah, comparison is a thief of joy. Apex. Shouldn't have any issues with that then. You don't have another session opened, like another trading view open somewhere. Accidentally leaving a tab open or something like that. Or maybe on your laptop or your phone or something. Make sure that you're not signed in anywhere else. Yeah, I do, JR. I do indeed. Take course selling away from traders and see how actual profitable they are. I don't sell a course. Rob, what I would say, and I mean this in the nicest, most loving way I possibly can, that people spend way too much time concerned with what other people got going on or how they're making money. And if they spent half as much energy on their own pockets as they do pocket watching other people, they'd be way further ahead. I don't concern myself with course sellers or what other people are doing to make a living. I just try to focus on making my own. You're probably right about a lot of them. I mean, I'm not saying that you're wrong, but I just don't concern myself with it. The only reason I ever concern myself with how someone else is making money is if I want to learn what they're doing, how they got involved, and if they're interested in doing business together. If they made their money from selling courses, I mean, they clearly are marketing well. They're doing something well. And they offer a product that people wanted to spend money on. Yeah, I would agree with that. But the thing is, Rob, but those people, they're gonna blow that money somewhere. So I don't think you can really protect them. I get that. Yeah, I mean, more people need to be aware that most of the information that they're paying for can be obtained freely online. How did I get into day trading? I started with Forex. Started with trading like penny stocks and stuff, actually, and then it turned into Forex, and then discovered futures. I need a course on course selling. That's funny. There probably is a course on course selling. I would not doubt it. Is this your full-time gig? Yeah, this is my main source of income at the moment. I'm also in school. What DM did you send it to? I don't see a DM, Josh. Or who said that? D. I don't see a DM. Studying economics. Might have to start a course on course. I'm sure somebody's done it. Isn't that what Millsap was doing? Well, I probably shouldn't throw names out, but somebody was doing that, I thought. Strategy to use? I would say I combine order flow and momentum with ICT, but mostly leaning more so on the order flow momentum side. Using Bookmap. You should start a LARP school, Eden. How many trades would you say I have a week? If it's a day where I'm taking a trade, I usually take 2 or 3, and ideally I would take one every day if there's a setup. But it usually turns out that I only trade 3 or 4 days out of the week where price is really moving. I would say on average 3 days out of the week, so maybe 9 to 12 trades in a week. And part of the reason that some of those trades, some of those are actually the same trade. I just keep a tight stop and then I'll re-enter if I get stopped out and then price continues. I just keep a tight stop just in case, like a day like today, if I was taking a trade and targeting these highs here, like this 100 level, this 25 100 level up here, this would be a good place to take an entry if I thought price was moving accordingly, and then I'd keep my stops just below this shelf right here. So if it were to tap that and then go back up, so stop me out and go back up, and then I would probably re-enter just to try it again. If I got tapped out, stopped out a second time, I wouldn't take it again. I would just call it a day. No, two or three trades a day, and then the trading week, 2 or 3 days out of the week, maybe 3 or 4 days out of the week. Do I invest for any banks? No. Renting a Lambo tomorrow and shooting some content. How'd you get interested in trading? Just stocks in general. I mean, the market in general was something that always interested me. That chart is insane. Yeah, this is Bookmap. This is Bookmap. Level 2 data software. Buy or sell? I don't know, Luigi. You tell us, man, because I don't know right now. The orders get spoofed like on Bookmap? Trey? This is the 1 minute right here. Oh, excuse me. That's the 5 minute. It's liquidity levels. JR. Trey, if you go into settings and then go to manage plugins and then hit Bookmap add-ons, activate Trade Map Lite. If you activate Trade Map Lite, it'll get rid of those spoofs. It's supposed to filter out any of those bot orders and crap like that. So this is Trade Map Lite, this map that you're looking at right here. This is Trade Map Lite. This is regular Bookmap right here. And then this is Trade Map Lite. So this is supposed to be the more real orders that you should see. Try that and let me know if that works. It's probably one you're not familiar with, Eden. It's a company called Archer. There you go. See money. I'm going to call it. I get off at 11. It's 11:02. This is kind of just lulling around here. So we'll be back tomorrow, 9 a.m., ready to go. We got FOMC tomorrow, so it should be an interesting day leading up to that. You guys, if you're green, stay green. Don't give any of it back. Yeah, Archer is like it's a company that's building like cars that fly, basically. I got into it a long time ago, and I've just been holding it. I think they just actually made some deal with a couple airlines. They're going to start producing like emergency vehicles that are like vertical takeoff vehicles. It's kind of sick. Look into it. Yeah, it's an aviation company. All right, guys. Have a good day. Love you guys. God bless you. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate the follows. If you're new, drop a follow right before I end this, if you don't mind. We're trying to get to 20,000. We're close. So I'll be back tomorrow. Stay green today. Don't give any of your profits back, and don't blow any accounts. Love you guys. We'll see you.